Rashad, why you didn't
Anyways,
hit me up?
Rashad. Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
We walk
Hey,
around the
Rashad.
world.
Chelsea, two for you to start, just about kind of your mindset entering this game. Obviously, this is a team that the Aces have a lot of history with, and then so this kind of makes it a big win. But like, how did you approach this game mentally, and then just what was working for you in the first half?
I mean, they've kind of they've kind of had our number the last couple seasons, and that's the defending champs. You know, they're gonna come ready to play every time they step on the floor. So our mentality was just one quarter at a time, one possession at a time. We got to play on the defensive end. They're a powerhouse offensive team, so we got to get it done on the defensive end.
And then for Jewell, I know you've been asked about this a lot this season, but like coming off the bench, this is now I think like your third 20-point game coming off the bench. Just what has that shift been like for you? How has it kind of like opened things up for you offensively?
I think I just come in and try to get a rhythm, try to see what we need. But honestly, I'm just making shots, my teammates are finding me, and it's not anything different. I just want to help my team. That's my mindset, regardless of, if we're in practice or, in the finals or whatever that is. Like, I want to help my team. So that's really my mindset going in is, get my feet set. Chelsea makes it easy, my teammates make it easy, and, knock down the shots.
There like a moment in this game that felt like a turning point for you where you were just like kind of maybe flipped a switch. Is there anything you can pinpoint like that?
I mean, it always feels good when you kind of hit your first shot. It gives you confidence, but we know at any moment, anyone on this team can get going, and that's the beauty of this team is that we're very unselfish in that way. We want to see people get going, and I just got hot, and like I said, playing with Chelsea and everyone else makes it really easy.
Just for both of you, this is now a 5-game win streak for the Aces. How would you describe, I guess, just like the energy and morale in the locker room right now?
It's always better when you're winning, right? It's good. We're just steady and poised in the locker room. Never get like too high and too low. I mean, we had a couple lows this season, and so it just in the uncomfortable situations, you figure out who you are as a team, as your identity, and I think we kind of shown that over the course of these last 5 games.
Yeah, Chelsea, to that point, is there a trust factor now that's permeated through this team that wasn't maybe there in May and June, now that everyone's roles have been more clearly defined?
I think starting off the season, I mean, you build habits to know where a person is. I think we always had a trust factor is like putting the energy and the concentration and the consistency behind it. And that's what you're seeing. And so we've gotten used to each other's habits. What do they like to do on a pick and roll, offensively and defensively? And so we know how to kind of play with that and play with each other. So it's a different group and a different look. So that's what I really like is we bought in and we stay consistent in that way.
Hi, Chelsea. This one's for you. So you guys were kind of playing tug of war with who was in the lead, with the points and everything. So when New York made their runs, how did the team keep composure? How did you guys make sure to not let it get too far?
It made sense defensive end. That's where it all started for us. You hold a team like that to 77 points, and they could rally up 100 on any given night. So throughout those runs, we knew like our mindset was to get a couple stops in a row and scores, just one possession at a time. And that's kind of been our mentality when we get behind, just one stop at a time.
Daryl Harris, 8 News Now, Talk That Talk Media. I'll put this one to you all. The rebounding margins tonight, you guys were ahead 39-30. And going into the fourth quarter, it was actually a slight New York advantage on the rebounds. And they've got a lot of size. There's a lot of guards on this team. Helps when Asia gives you 16. But can you guys talk about the commitment on the boards, on defense, the boxing out, and how that feels assisting on the defensive end?
Yeah, I think our rebounds were huge defensively, but we got some possessions there offensively where people were crashing. We were tipping it out to guards, so other guards being able to get that, and that gives us another possession or we get a 3-point attempt. I was really pleased with how, not really me, but the other guards going for the old boards. And Jonquel down low, Emma down low. I mean, they're a handful, so boxing out and going to get it is important.
We'll go to a couple on Zoom for players only. We'll start with Nikias. Nikias.
Hey y'all, just a quick one for Chelsea, as you once again were able to get a lot of stops when matched up with bigger players tonight, generated a lot of deflections. Just what goes into being able to time out those strips the way that you do?
Can't give away all my secrets now, Nikias, but I will say when you're undersized like that, you got to find out what your advantage could be, whether that's mentally watching. I watch film to see what their go-to moves are, and then maybe I can jump that or force them into that so I know that it's coming, and then you live with the result, especially when you're playing a prolific scorer like Emma or in the post, their advantage is their height and their size, so being able to be disruptive in that way.
Thank you.
We'll go to Cassie. Wait, sorry, she put her hand down. Andrew on Zoom. Andrew.
Thanks a lot, as always, Caroline. Just want to ask you, Chelsea, dealing with Muselman, with how she was just so, crafty as she always is, but you made her uncomfortable as a team down the stretch, and then you was able to get the rebounds. Can you talk about that fourth quarter defense and getting some turnovers out of her?
Yeah, I think to start off with, our post players did a good job of trying to make her looks difficult, especially in that second half and more specifically in that fourth quarter. I mean, I had a couple minutes on her. It was key possessions, trying to get deflections and steals and boxing out when I can, making her looks difficult. So I was only on her for a couple minutes. It was our post players that really were disruptive.
Well, we'll finish on Zoom with Jennifer. Last question for players.
Jennifer Porty from Let's Talk Women in Basketball. You guys are now on a 5-game win streak. What specific improvements have you seen recently?
I think it's just our communication has been there. I think as a team and players, our accountability has also been there. I think we're really talking in our huddles and we're watching film. We're doing a lot of things collectively. And we're constantly getting better. We want to get better, and that's the thing. We know we're not done evolving as a team, but I think a lot of it starts with just us communicating and holding each other accountable.
All right, thank you, players.
That was a good way.
Questions in the room for Coach.
Rashad, why you didn't hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.